and I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then when you think that I'm gonna say 3, I'm gonna clap, and you should clap with me.
Okay.
And that'll sorta
like clap on 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then clap.
Okay, I'll clap on 3.
And you're just gonna be like, all right, I'll clap on 3, and then you just.
Okay, go.
Just all right. All right, 1, 2.
I didn't clap. I thought you were gonna say 3. I thought you were gonna say 3.
No, I already said. I said 1, 2, and then I'll clap.
Okay, fine.
I didn't say I was gonna say 3.
God, okay, go. Do that again.
Right,
do it again.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Spending Time with Bed podcast. I'm back with my one only brother, the one and only Matias Crespo. Introduce yourself, friend.
Hello, it's me again.
He's back, and we got a new set of topics.
Better ones, hopefully.
So I've got some new topics that I haven't shown Matias. The first one is not really just a topic; it's just a point that I wanted to make. That not too long ago, when I was just lying in bed, it was super cold out. It was really hot in my bedroom, so I opened the window like a lot, and I had a nostalgic sense because like the smell of the air that was coming in was exactly the air or the smell that I had when we went camping. Just the good old days when we were out in the campsite. I'd go out in the morning and just smell tree and dirt.
Had it rained recently?
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
that's
raining.
probably, it's the smell of rain. It's the smell of the ground after a rainstorm.
I know, but it was like not only rain.
Because whenever we go
like,
camping, it rains.
It wasn't just rain. It was also like a bit of like pine tree smell, and I was really happy. That was like, oh my god, I love these.
Okay.
Did you have any nostalgic senses recently?
No.
No.
Sorry to disappoint.
That kind of sucks because I wanted to talk about this.
What you wanted to talk about nostalgia as a concept, or specifically when you smelled something through your window?
Nostalgia through smell.
Nostalgia through
smell.
Through smell.
Yes.
I mean, smell is linked with memories in a way that other senses aren't. So I guess. Yeah, there's probably you could get more nostalgic through smell than through other senses.
So what's some nostalgic
why do
odors?
You're asking me to share nostalgic smells?
Yes.
I guess the smell of the disinfectant that they used at my elementary school, like that's nostalgic, I guess. Because it reminds me of when I was there.
It reminds me of the terrible days of.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't a walk in the park either. I'm sure. I don't remember much of it. Except
there's like when I was digging out my old duffel bag, there was the smell of the old apartment that like we used to go to when we were visiting Dad. Just like the new apartment smell, just taking a whiff of that brought me back to the old days.
Yeah. Like that's just smell. I think the part of the brain that processes smell is close to the part of the brain that processes memories, so that makes sense.
All right. Is that all you want to talk about it?
I mean, was that a topic? You said it wasn't a topic.
I mean, not necessarily.
You just said this
is something that I wanted
topic.
to point. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that smells are linked with memory has been a thing for forever, really.
All right, so next topic.
Yeah.
I recently hung out with my friends and we played like a game where it's like basically just keep up the balloon, and I was thinking maybe we could make up like a game that doesn't cost a lot and we think would be very fun.
Like tag?
Yeah, like tag, but you have to make it up.
So you're making
exists.
a new version of tag, like a new playground game for like $0.
Yes, a new make a new playground game. Yeah.
I feel like we've already got all the ones that you'd need. You got tag, you got hide and seek. You've got telephone. Like, what else could there be?
I made a like.
What do you think?
I recently made a game.
You made a game. Okay, tell me the rules.
Yeah,
of
this was
game
back in
that you
October.
played.
Basically, it's like Among Us, but in real life.
So
But
Mafia?
it's different. No. So,
How is it different? Tell
like,
me.
I was the host, and I chose the 2 or 1 imposter.
Right.
And everyone closed their eyes, and I just tapped the head of who it was. Then they all got up from, like, the little meeting room that we had and went, like, in the main area of a house or outside.
Right.
And the imposter's mission is, of course, to kill everyone. And they do that just by tagging someone. And everyone's, like, physical and stuff. And, like, if you know who it is, and you take a picture of him and you show it to me, that means, like, oh, yes, this guy is the imposter and you won the game, or no, this guy isn't the imposter and you lost the game.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool, but you also that's not that's not a cheap game though, because you need to have some sort of camera or some sort of phone with a camera to take pictures.
Do you have a well, like,
not everyone
course,
has
like,
a cell
would have a phone.
Not everyone has a cell phone.
Yeah, well, this is like if you do have a cell phone,
I
I've got
feel
a
like
bunch of friends that have cell phones.
Kindergartners, like, in the playground, they're not going to have cell phones on them, so that's not. I don't know. That's
just
not,
have a meeting and everyone points to the person that they think is the bad guy.
Yeah, just every now and then. That makes sense.
I think that guy's the bad guy because he's dumb and stupid.
What?
I agree with him.
What? What are you doing?
I'm being stupid.
Okay.
Now you.
Okay.
So what game would you make up?
What game? I don't know. You're putting me on the spot here. I can't think of any, like. What's some sort of, like, clever thing you can do? Doesn't cost any money. You just do it with some friends. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not creative enough for this, Ben.
Mr. Creative doesn't know how to make a game.
I have never been Mr. Creative, okay?
Yes, you have.
How am I Mr.
You made
Creative?
a board game. You made a board game in 4th grade.
I made a board game.
Not Mr. Creative.
I made a board game because I had to make a board game. It was a school assignment.
And you had enough creative.
It wasn't even a good one. It wasn't
creation.
even a good one. There was no like theme to it. It was just like, oh, here are the events.
Also,
of the movie
I got
board
really
game form.
angry because you said that we would play it and we never did, and then you threw it away, and I was just like, but I wanted to play your board game. It's like, it was stupid. And I'm like,
It was though. That's the thing. I was like 3 years old when I made a board game. Wow, I can't believe that wasn't amazing. Can't believe it was a bad board game since I made it when I was 3.
So Matias doesn't know how to make a playground game.
I don't know where to start with that. Those are hard because those playground games that we have now, like tag and hide and seek, those are hundreds of years old, and they were created by, like, the dinosaurs or whatever. That's you can't beat that. Like, there's
I just imagine, like, a bunch of dinosaurs playing, like, Red Rover.
Yeah, like Red Rover. Like, no one who comes up, like, once you've come up with Red Rover, like, where do you go from there? Like,
there was, like, I think this was, like, a long time ago when I was still in elementary and middle school, where one of my friends was really into Harry Potter. No.
So one of your
maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
One of my classmates that really liked Harry Potter made, like, a Quidditch game where we just had, like, a bunch of hula hoops, and we had, like, a dodgeball and a tennis ball, and we had to, like, try to throw it into the hoops and, like, block it with our hands. It kind of sucked as a game, but it was very creative.
Were you riding on brooms? Like,
no, we were just running around.
That's the thing, though. Like, people play Quidditch professionally for some reason. I don't know why, but there's, like, people who play, like, a modified version of the game.
Quidditch is real? Wizards exist?
No, I never said that. I said
How do
that
they play Quidditch
No, it's just these nerds dress up in robes and fly around, in quotation marks, fly around on brooms and try to hit balls into hoops. That's it. Quidditch is just stupid basketball with more balls and less fun.
That's gonna offend. If you said that like in a
Come
on
on.
a stand in front of a bunch of people,
It's a
like,
fantasy
"Quidditch
game.
is
It's a
stupid."
fantasy game. It works in the world that it's in, but trying to bring it into the world where it doesn't belong, it's silly. Like Quidditch is just wizard basketball, and it should stay in the wizard world. That's what I'm saying. It's wizard basketball. That's all it is.
All right, all right. So I made a game, and Matias doesn't know how.
Congratulations, Ben. You came up with a playground game based on a video game you can already play. That's here's the thing. What you did, it was cool, but it's not like super creative. Like I think you did a good job bringing it to the real world, but it's not like you came up with the concept yourself.
That is true. I was just like, oh man, there's a really cool game that everyone plays. What if I made it in real life?
And like, Among Us is pretty much just, it's kind of like Mafia in a way.
Mafia, but you get to move around.
It's like open world Mafia.
Yeah, I was being dumb.
Okay, next topic. What's the next topic?
So,
I'm done
the
talking
next
about
topic.
playground games.
The next topic, I just put news section.
News section?
Yes, news section. And
do you have any news stories for the news section?
Let me look up some news.
Okay, look up some
we'll
news.
Just react to it.
Nothing
right.
Nothing like politically charged though. I don't
Google
want to get into
News. Nothing political?
Nothing political, even though that's all the news is. I don't want anything intrinsically political.
Crap.
Is it all political?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. This isn't political. 80% of Americans are deficient in this mineral that controls sugar cravings. What do you think it is, Matias?
Vitamin B? I don't know.
Trying to cut down on sugar. This could be an exercise. Willpower.
Ben, that's a clickbait article. That's not news. It's a clickbait article. It's a clickbait article.
Alright, so cut that out.
Here, I'll go to Google and see what news I got.
Man lived inside O'Hare for 3 months before detection, prosecutors say. What?
What?
Man lived inside O''Hare.
O'Hare Airport? O''Hare? It's O'Hare.
O'Hare. California man who police said claimed to be too afraid to fly due to COVID-19 hid out for 3 months in a secured area of O'Hare International Airport until this weekend arrest, prosecutors said Sunday.
Huh.
So this guy is too scared to fly, so
he lived in an airport for 3 months.
3 months.
3 months. I mean, there's a lot of food in an airport. To be fair.
Yeah, but like, don't you think people would just be like, all right, we're closing up shop, and then they come the next day? It's
well,
like,
he said he
heck?
hid.
All our Biscoff cookies are gone.
He said he hid though. He probably had enough money to buy from the shops when they were open, and then he hid away when they were closing, so that they wouldn't see him.
I know, but
they could make a movie out of
3
that.
3 months is yeah.
It's like Home Alone, Airport Alone. Yeah.
All right, it continues. Aditya Singh, 36, is charged with felony criminal trespass to a restricted area of an airport and misdemeanor theft.
Theft?
So he was stealing food.
What did he stole?
He was
food?
Stealing food and stuff.
Really?
Like, I would guess.
Do they say what he stole?
I mean, it's a big article. It's okay. Next thing is like, so if I understand you correctly, you're telling me that an unauthorized, non-employee individual was allegedly living within a secure part of the O'Hare Airport terminal from October 19th, 2020 to January 16th, 2021 and was not detected? It's, someone named Judge Susanna Ortiz.
So, it's an unbelievable story. But, like, you know, I think that could be fun. Just hiding out in an airport for a few months.
Early Saturday afternoon, 2 United Airline employees approached Singh and
Sing.
asked to see
It's
his identity.
Singh.
Yes, Sing.
Sing.
I
Let's
guess
sing.
then.
Yeah.
And asked to see his identification. Assistant State's Attorney Kathleen Haggerty said Singh lowered his face mask and showed them an airport ID badge that he was wearing around his neck. His badge actually belonged to an operations manager who reported it missing October 26th. The employees called 911. Police took Singh to custody about 11 a.m. So did he steal food? That's why it's misdemeanor theft?
He probably I mean, I don't know, man, but like if you were living in a secure section of O'Hare Airport, like what food would you steal? It's a horrible question, but answer it.
I mean, since I did fly, we both flew under like unaccompanied minor, and if I did have like an amount of money in my pocket that was like probably saving to go somewhere, like I would buy from the vending machines during the day, and then if like hid out while they closed the airport, which like would be super late, I would like try to find the the little tiny place where like either an office where they keep a coffee machine and a bunch of snacks and like baskets. I would take some stuff there.
Like not even that, just like hide out in a closet somewhere, and then during the day buy McDonald's as your food, like the airport McDonald's, and then just do that for 3 months.
I know, but for 3 months, how much? I
Look,
mean, if he had like a bunch of money saved in the ATM.
Here's the thing: they have like a food court in like every airport. So I assume O'Hare Airport has some sort of food court. So I assume that this guy just had a bunch of money and he decided, all right, I'm going to live in an airport for 3 months and eat airport food for the next 3 months.
No, he was going on a trip and then he was just too scared to fly.
Okay.
Yeah, California man who police said claimed to be too afraid to fly.
So he was afraid to fly, so he hid out in an airport for 3 months. That doesn't make sense though. Couldn't he just
maybe
leave?
He was just.
Was he like ashamed?
Yeah, maybe he was. It's like I'm too afraid. Everyone's gonna make fun of me.
I mean, at that point, just pull up your pants and get out of the airport. Don't be. Yeah. That's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. It's cool that he lived in an airport for 3 months, but the reasoning for it is not very good.
All right, and that's the news section.
That was great, wonderful. Okay,
that was fantastic.
Next.
All right, the next one.
Next topic.
Next topic. I just wrote down.
God.
Best game shows. So, in your opinion, Matias, what are your top 3 favorite game shows?
How do you define game show?
Like Jeopardy, Price is Right, and like some of the new stuff like Masked Singer, which I hate, and Name That Tune.
Does that count as a game show? That's more of a talent show.
Yeah.
Masked Singer, Masked Dancer, those are like talent shows more than
game Masked.
I wouldn't call it a game show. That's a talent show.
Singer, a game show.
Like a talent show featuring celebrities in elaborate costumes, but still a talent show nonetheless.
The Masked Singer Wikipedia says Masked Singer is an international music game show franchise. So, Wikipedia says it's an international music game show.
Here's the thing. I think that the popular definition of game show is too broad. It's too broad. I think that game shows are specifically shows that there's a prize every episode and there's new players every episode and they have to do some sort of game to win a prize at the end of the episode. That's a game show. I feel like
so in your
what?
All right. So now that with the bases and like
that's what I think the definition of a game show should be. It shouldn't include The Masked Singer or Big Brother or anything like that. It's like an episode-to-episode show like Jeopardy or The Price is Right.
All right, so following those criteria, what, in your opinion, are the top 3 game shows?
Do they have to be game shows that are still on the air, or can they be game shows that are gone and dead and gone?
Like all game shows either dead or still going.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's each do our third, and then our second, and then our first.
All right.
Or do you want me
Also-
to do top three, or then you? I don't know. How do you want to do?
Well,
that?
yes. Let's do. We both do top like 3, and then we both do 2, and then we both do 1.
Okay.
And like, Google says that game shows are like Wipeout and Survivor.
See,
The
I
Amazing
would say
Race.
Wipeout is a game show. I wouldn't say that Survivor is a traditional game show. We're talking about traditional game shows here.
Yeah. So
None
the
of this,
Amazing
none
Race
of this
and Wipeout.
season-long competition, stuff. Episode
So, yeah.
there's a different competition every episode. That's a traditional game show, in my opinion.
So no Survivor.
no Survivor, no Amazing Race. That doesn't count in this discussion.
No
That's
Bachelorette.
a different discussion. No Bachelorette. Nothing
Alright.
like that. Episode to episode competition. That's the traditional game show.
All right, number 3. You go first.
Number 3, I'm gonna have to say, So You Want to Be a Millionaire. That's my number 3 game show.
All right. And why did you choose why you want to be a millionaire?
I like trivia, and that's a very fun trivia show. I like how the questions ramp up. They always make me feel like a very smart person because the ones that they get wrong, I get right sometimes. So I feel like I could go there and win it, and that's probably why it's number 3.
All right. My third one, which I actually found recently and sort of like dug a rabbit hole to find out more, is Would I Lie to You?
Really?
Which is like,
I've never heard of this.
yeah. So, Would I Lie to You is, of course, two teams of 3. I got that right, but it's not like 2 truths and 1 lie. Like the team of 3 has to listen to a story on the other team says, and they have to judge either it's a lie or a truth.
Right.
So, say like I say, all right, I like attempted to steal a candy bar from my best friend John
Attempted
in
to steal
8th
a
grade.
candy bar.
And they're like, all right, tell us more. It's just like, all right, so it was 8th grade, and it was Valentine's Day.
So basically,
and I was...
it's like 2 truths and a lie, but they have to elaborate on their fact that they give, basically.
No, it's not 2 truths and 1 lie at all. It's just one story, either a lie, either a truth.
Oh, and they have to
And you
find
have
out
to
if
figure
it's a
out-
truth
yeah.
or a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you get if you get it right?
Shoot, I just closed out of the Wikipedia page.
How can you say this is your third favorite game show if you don't know the rules by heart, Ben?
Well, that's basically all the rules. I just don't know, like, who wins.
The prize is the most important part of the game show besides the game part.
Okay, I'm not gonna go into the whole thing. Just the basic thing is just trying to figure out if it's a lie or a truth.
Okay.
That's it, and I like that.
So that's your third favorite game show.
Yes, that's my third favorite. I
Wonderful.
And I like it.
Incredible.
Yes. All right, now on to the second.
Second favorite game show. My second
Yes,
favorite
second favorite.
game show is Wipeout. I'm sad that it's gone, but I can understand why.
My second favorite game show is also Wipeout.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So we agree
It's
that our
just-
second favorite game show is Wipeout.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not like the worst on the top 3.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
it's got
Wipeout,
throwaway
Wipeout,
characters.
It's an interesting concept. And
Yeah,
they have
it's
a lot
just
of fun with it, you know.
Yeah, and the people that get on to try and win like like $100,000.
I think it's $500,000 or something like that. No.
Yeah.
No, I think
And
it's
just
like no, I think it's $25,000. So it's like $250,000.
Yeah, and just like the people that get on like really want to like get connected with the audience that are watching and just like, hey, my name's Carol and he's Steve and we're gonna win. And then like they do like stupid themes like, oh, we're the Tic Tac brothers.
Oh yeah, the
Or
famous
something.
Tic Tac brothers.
From Wipeout, yes.
Gosh.
We were the TikTok TikTok.
That's what it would be. That's what it would be today. They do the duos.
We're the TikTok
they
brothers.
do the wipeout couples version of, we're the TikTok brothers, and look, it's the duck face
wait,
thing.
why would brothers be on the couples version?
No, like they have duos where it's like the Amazing
Then
Race
why
where they
did-
have like
Okay,
they
all
have
right,
like
yeah.
couples and brothers and father daughter.
All right,
mother,
yeah, okay.
Father son.
Yeah, so we both agree that Wipeout
Wipeout
was
is the
a
second
fantastic
best game show.
and we're sad to see it die.
Okay.
All right.
What's
Number one
what's
game
your,
show
what's
for
your
you,
number
Matias.
one? I wanna know what your number one is because I think my number one is obvious.
My number one is Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Is that a game show?
No, it's not a game show. If you go by Matias's perfect criteria of having a different set of cast members every single airing, then Whose Line Is It Anyway cannot be a game show because it's the same set of cast members every single show. So I'm wrong and Matias is right. I hope he's happy.
What's your favorite game
I'll put-
show? What's your new favorite game show?
My new favorite game show, crap. Shoot.
Ben.
Okay, Guys Grocery Games.
Okay, good. That's
That's
a
my
real.
new favorite game
That's
show.
a real game show. So you got it.
It is a real game show. New people every time, and they cook.
Okay.
And Matias, I'm guessing that your number one favorite game show. Wait, no. I'm doing a 50-50.
You're doing a 50-50. Okay.
It's either Legends of the Hidden Temple or Jeopardy.
It's Jeopardy.
All right.
Legends of the
Here's
the thing. Legends of the Hidden Temple. It does fit the definition of a traditional game show. However, it's only good when you're wearing rose-colored glasses. So I had to take that into account.
What? How is it only good when you're wearing rose-colored glasses? Is that just like a figure of speech that I don't know
That
about?
is a figure of speech. It means I only think it's good because I'm nostalgic for it, and I have to take that into account when making my game show rankings.
Well, I learned something new. So there's our top three. The most the worst.
The worst podcast.
We did not prepare for this at all.
Yeah, next time.
Don't say it's the worst podcast.
Next time you want to do this, like give us a get us into a single document, right? And then have us both put topics on the document so we can prepare for when we record the podcast. And don't just.
All right, next time we do the podcast, we'll both put in some topics.
Yes.
And then we'll just go off that. All right. So. All right. So the next topic that I have here is a question for you, Matias.
Yes.
And also I will answer it because I want to make this go longer than it actually is.
Fine, go. What's the next topic?
All right. If you won the lottery, what would be the first thing that you buy?
The first thing I would do is I would complete my collection of Survivor DVDs.
So that would be
And then
the first thing that you buy.
Yes, and then I would use the rest of my money to pay for college.
All right. So if since what's the lottery at like? Okay, so we'll do Powerball lottery.
It's like $20 million or something around there, I think.
Okay, the jackpot is about 730 million for Powerball.
Yeah, exactly. So finishing off my Survivor DVD collection would only take $100 or so.
So Matias,
I would use the rest. I would use the rest
Matias,
to pay for my college.
So
Out of
Matias,
those
would you like to
730
explain? Would you like to explain to the two listeners about your Survivor?
I like the show Survivor.
Collection.
It's not that big of a mystery.
And so you went on a quest to buy every single DVD.
Yeah, I want to have every single season of Survivor on disc. Is that so wrong? That's what I would do if I won the lottery. The first thing I would do, I would finish
the
that
first
collection.
thing.
Yeah.
Instead of paying off student loans
No, well,
and
here's
maybe
the thing.
buying a place to live.
If I have $730 million, I know I'm gonna be
million.
fine. If $750 million from the lottery, I know I'm gonna be fine in terms of like paying for school, paying for a house. So first thing I'm gonna do something for myself. I'm gonna celebrate a little. I'm gonna buy myself Survivor on disc, all the seasons, and then I'll pay for my college. Then I'll buy a house, and then I'll put the rest in a Swiss bank or something. I don't know.
All right. So what I would do?
What
if
would
I won
you
the
do?
$750 million lottery.
You'd do something silly, I'm sure.
I would do something silly with you.
What?
So what I would do?
Uh-oh.
I would buy.
You would buy
a nice,
like
very luxurious RV.
Okay. Like a.
And then
like
I would bring you. I would bring you, on your America-wide fast food road trip.
Gosh, why are you
using
so
the jackpot?
That was like a joke that I made twice.
But it's a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea.
Seems so
That's why it was a joke.
That's why we do it.
Look, here's the thing. If you won the lottery, of course I would go on a road trip to try a McDonald's burger in every U.S. state. But I don't think that's a good idea to do that. I just don't think it's a good idea.
I mean, that's like when people, that's when they think, oh yeah, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna buy every single, menu option at every single fast food restaurant that's near me. But if it's actually I just won the lottery, what the heck do I do now? What's the first thing that I buy?
I mean, if I were a reasonable person, I would pay off my bills and my taxes. I'd probably buy some sort of, a house that won't, break down in the next 2 years. I'd get myself a car that I won't have to constantly service, I'd
being realistic.
I'd pay for
thinking about
loans and stuff.
Me, thinking of the turns of my brain, which isn't really hard to do. The first thing I would probably buy if I won the lottery is a Switch. And probably a bottle of root beer at Best Buy.
A bottle of root beer. Oh yeah, here.
Let me
turn in this lottery ticket and immediately buy a bottle of root beer at this gas station.
And a Switch.
Yeah. You can't buy a Nintendo Switch at a gas station, Ben.
No, I'm not. I said Best Buy.
Why?
I said go to Best Buy, get a Switch, and then probably get a bottle of root beer.
Why specifically Best
Switch
Buy?
First.
Why wouldn't you go to Walmart?
Because Best Buy, I trust more than Walmart.
Why do you trust Best Buy more than Walmart? What's wrong with Walmart, Ben? Come on. I'm a big Walmart fan over here. How dare you? How dare you? I am Walmart's biggest defender. Shut up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Walmart man.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Walmart. Thank you.
Mr. Walmart.
Okay.
Please refer me to my actual name,
Mr. Walmart. Yeah.
All right, and the final topic that my brain power could come up with is to ask you to say the most inspirational thing you've ever said in the most sarcastic tone.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matias Crespo with the brand new inspirational seminar.
Act as if what you do makes a difference. It sure does.
That works though. It's it sure does. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's the
Is that all you wanted from me? You wanted me to say something inspirational and sarcastic quote? That's the last thing you want?
I mean, yeah, I've been recording for almost 45 minutes.
Is that all? Is that the end of the podcast?
Do you want it to be the end of the podcast? Are you mad?
Yes, I don't want to talk to you ever again after you've made me do this thing.
All right.
I want you to forget my name, my phone number. I want you to unfriend me on all your social media. I'm going to block you on everything, and I will hope that you block me back.
Oh God.
And I just wanna end any sort of communication between the two of us, starting this very moment.